Welcome back everybody. Today still on the padlocks. This time we have a Kasp aluminium 40mm hardened shackle. The biggest problem with this one is the actual keyway. It's very paracentric. It's 6 pins, all security pins. Advertised as red on the packaging, but definitely looks pink to me. So this is what we're looking at. Ball bearings, hardened shackle, paracentric keyway, 6-pin cylinder with anti-pick mushroom pins, extra protection against picking. Bidding on this one looks quite good. If we can get it to focus. Come on, there we go. See, pins 4 and 5 can be very awkward to get to, especially as we're having to work off this little ledge on the right and the pins rest on that little ledge on the left, so there's not a lot of room to play with. But I shall get it in the vise and we'll have a go, see if I can get it picked on camera. Back in a minute. Right, ready to go. I didn't show you the lock working. So there we go. All works fine. And there's the key. So what I have found with this, it's very, very mushy inside. Get very little feedback. And because of that keyway, I'm having to get the pick in first before the tension wrench. And I've found that heavy tension tends to do it, but you get very little feedback from anything. Working on 4 and 5 at the moment, see if I can get anything there. By putting the pick in first, just pulling it back seems to set number 6. Right to the front now. 1. Like I say, there's no clicking. It's just a lot of tension and playing with the pins. And there we are. So let's get the vise out of the way. Bring the pinning board in. And here we are, opened. Right, we just have the standard screw in the top. And everything drops out at the bottom. Nothing special in there. And I shall just lock this back up for a second while I get the circlip off. Not the easiest of clips to get off. And the core does look remarkably similar to the Federal lock that we did yesterday. So as you can see, we've got quite a lip there, so I'll be using a shim again. did get a new one out this time. There we go. And that's it. So there is the core. Looks like number one is a steel pin again. Steel standard. Then we've got a brass standard. Brass serrated. Brass standard. Brass standard. And brass serrated. So very, very short pins as well. And inside the core it does actually look like it's got counter milling in focus there, very similar to the Federal lock as well. Let's have a look, see what we've got in here, see if the similarities continue. Right, number one is a steel standard again. Normal brass, maybe in copper spring. Number two is a spool. And another spring the same. Number three, spool, same again. Number six, looks nice on the pins, narrow pins, I presume that's what they call the mushroom pin. Very slightly narrow top and bottom. Another brass or copper spring. Number five, another spool. Another spring the same. Oh, another spool. So even seems to have the same layout as the Federal lock with the pins. They all look very similar. The only difference being this one doesn't have the steel spring that the Federal had. So let's lift this up, get a closer look at what we've got there. So because of the bitting as well, I think this had less serrated pins on the bottom. And that is it. The Kasp 40mm aluminium lock. Quite nice, despite the colour. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you again soon. Bye.